medyo nakakalungkot na sasabihin na hindi pwedeng extrajudicial killing dahil walang death penalty sa atin. Diyos ko po naman, paano naman yun, hindi po maniniwala ang taong bayan sa ganong klaseng semantics. Sa akin po, nakikita ng taong bayan na yung ganong klaseng definition ay pang pilosopo.
Yan ang banat ni Senate Minority Leader Drillon sa pahayag ng Philippine National Police na wala ni isang kaso ng extrajudicial killing na naitala sa ilalim ng Duterte administration. Kitang-kita naman daw ang ebidensya ng AJK sa umunoy kaliwat kanang patayan na kung minsan mga kabataan pa ang biktima.
Si De Los Santos, si Arnaez, ito po yung mga teenagers. Nakakalungkot na sabihin nila hindi po ito kasama sa bilang. Ang ibig sabihin na sa taong bayan, pag ikaw ay nabaril, lalo na pag ang suspicion mga otoridad ang pumaslang, sakop po yan sa general definition ng extrajudicial killings.
Ang mismong karyado ng Pangulo na si Senate President Coco Pimentel na babahala rin daw sa kabi-kabilang patayan.
Wala tayo concerned na dito sa kaliwat kanan na nababalitaan natin na mga patayan, even the killings na hindi related sa police operations. This must be solved.
Binanatan din ng Senate President si PNP Chief Ronald de la Rosa nang tawagin niyang ingrato ang mga kritiko ng kampanya kontra droga ng pulisya. Pero ngayong araw, humingi ng paumanhin si de la Rosa.
Pasensya na yung tinamaan sa aking sinabi ko ingrato, that's spur of the moment na reaksyon ko lang yung nag-flare up ako. Dahil masakit sa akin yung ganun na palagi sinasabi.
Pinanindigan din ni de la Rosa ang kanilang naunang pahayag na walang EJK.
We stick to the accepted definition na ginawa lang noon ng previous administration. Kaya we stand by our definition of EJK. Pero administrative order na ginawa ng previous administration, hindi yan nagkukwalify sa EJK. Yung victims ng EJK ay dapat membro ng cause-oriented groups.
Gayunman, tingin ng International Group ng Human Rights Watch, sapat na raw na dahilan ang kabi-kabilang patayan para tanggalin bilang membro ng United Nations Human Rights Council ang Pilipinas. Ang UNHRC ang konseho sa loob ng UN na responsable sa pagsulong at pangangalaga sa karapatang pantao.
And clearly the government is not upholding the highest standards of human rights when people can be killed in this country with impunity, and that's what we're seeing happening.
Sakali raw matanggal sa konseho ang Pilipinas, malaki raw ang epekto nito lalo na raw sa ekonomiya.
Of course, there can be economic sanctions particularly by states within their bilateral relationships. The UN Security Council is more focused on economic sanctions than the Human Rights Council.
Hindi naman daw nababahala ang Malacanang sa posibleng epekto sakaling matanggal ang Pilipinas bilang miyembro ng UNHRC.
The Philippine government's campaign to rid the country of criminality, lawlessness, and corruption, which includes campaign against illegal drugs, is in accordance with the Constitution. The states and other governments have strong trade relations with our country, no better than that.
You can criticize us to high heavens, but I can tell you straight sa inyong mga mata, yung mga kritik, sabihan ko kayo, ingrato kayo. Alam ko nakikinabang rin kayo sa peace and order na idinulot sa ating war on drugs.
Ito ang buwelta ni PNP Chief Director General Ronald Bato de la Rosa sa mga kritiko ng kampanya kontra droga ng administrasyon. Pero mismong kaalyado ng Pangulo na si Senate President Coco Pimentel, tila hindi nagustuhan ang pahayag na ito ng PNP Chief. Tanong ni Senador Pimentel, nasaan ang peace and order na ipinagmamalaki ni de la Rosa? Ibinigay pang halimbawa ng Senate President ang pananambang kay Puerto Galera Councilor Melchor Arago at kanyang anak. Puna pa ni Pimentel, tila lumalakas daw ang loob ngayon ng mga kriminal dahil sa di umano'y incompetence ng PNP na sila ay mahuli. Sa susunod na taon, 1.9 billion pesos ang inaprubahang budget ng Senate Finance Committee para sa PNP. Sa halagang yan, mahigit 900 million pesos ang nakalaan para sa kampanya kontra droga ng administrasyon. Pero ayon kay Senate Minority Leader Franklin Drillon, dapat busisiin ng husto ang naturang pondo.
This Tokhang Fund a portion is in intelligence, is considered as an intelligence fund. I think 163 million out of 900. So, which means that the remaining 600 plus are considered as regular appropriation subject to audit and therefore we will ask for the details.
Gayunman, ibinida ng PNP na bumaba ng mahigit 7% ang total crime volume sa bansa mula Enero hanggang Agosto ngayong taon kumpara sa kaparehong panahon noong 2016. Sa nagdaang linggo na lang, ilang kaso na ng pagpatay ang naitala na hindi pa nalulutas. Tulad na sa 21 anyos na si Jemuel Carigma na magsusundo lang noon sa kanyang girlfriend pero nakitang patay sa loob ng kanyang sinasakyang pulang kotse sa Teresa Rizal. Gayon din ang pagpatay sa 16 anyos na si Aldrin Hore alias Bornok sa Quezon City. At ang tila umano'y organisado at planadong pagpatay kay Aldrin Castillo sa Herbosa, Tondo, Maynila na wala naman daw sa drug watch list ng pulisya. Gayunman, base sa survey ng Social Weather Stations o SWS, naniniwala ang 63% ng kanilang tinanong na seryoso ang Administrasyon Duterte sa pagresolba sa mga umano'y extrajudicial killings. Habang 5% naman ang naniniwalang hindi seryoso ang administrasyon na masolusyonan ng di umano'y EJK. Giit ng PNP, wala pang naitatalang extrajudicial killing sa ilalim ng Duterte administration. Si Commission on Human Rights Chairperson Chito Gascon, hindi na raw nagulat sa pahayag ng PNP tungkol sa EJK. Tila binabago raw ng PNP ang mga datos tungkol sa mga patayan sa ilalim ng kampanya kontra droga ng Duterte administration na nakalulungkot di umano. Wala pang tugon ng PNP kaugnay nito.
Utang na loob ang taong bayan sa kanya. Trabaho niya yan. Bakit mo sisingilin ang lahat sa kanyang serbisyo? Kaya nga pag nandito ko sa gobyerno, thankless job ito. Damn if you do, damn if you don't. But at the end of the day, you perform your mandate.
Kung ang tingin ni General De La Rosa, yan ang pagiging ingrato, yung paghabol sa katarungan, then nasa ibang planeta pala yung kanyang pananaw. No?
Sa Senado, inalmahan din ni Senador Franklin Drillon ang komento ni Bato. Halata raw na culture of impunity na sa hanay ng PNP. Sabi naman ni Senador Ping Lacson, dapat maging bukas si Bato sa kritisismo. Pero naintindihan daw niya ang damdamin ni De La Rosa lalo't naging hepe rin siya ng PNP.
Kian, Carl, Kulot, I can relate. May mga issues na kinoconfront yung institusyon. I'd rather extend by understanding. I may not be in support of what he or how he reacted to the critics ng PNP. Pero I can almost relate and I can almost feel what he feels right now.
Sa isang tweet naman, sinabi ni Muntinlupa Representative Rufy Biazon na walang karapatan ng isang public official na sabihin na ingrato ang iba. Trabaho raw nila ang magserbisyo para sa bayan.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Good afternoon to my colleagues and to our resource persons. Magandang hapon po, sir. I just have some questions since we are limited to only 3 questions. I think I have to choose important questions, Mr. Chair. First, I would like to state that this representation supports the war on drugs because we understand that it's really a problem, a main issue in our country. But of course, in the performance of the PNP in operationalizing the Oplantokang, there are issues that need to be clarified. Of course, very controversial po yan. Ang una kong itanong po, dahil may conflicting data po tayo, palaging sinasabi po ng Presidente ay 4 million ang drug addict sa Pilipinas. According naman sa PDEA, may ibang records po tayo, may ibang data po tayo. Gusto ko lang maklarify, ano ba talaga ang existing data na ginagamit ng Philippine National Police in its operations? Kasi of course, the data would be very helpful in targeting objectives in your operations. So gusto ko lang malaman po kung ilan po ito, ilan yung heavy users that need rehabilitation, at ilan naman ho yung mga occasional users?
Your Honor, as of now, we don't have the data on yung classification of the surrenderers that we have as far as heavy users and occasional users. But I would like to answer your question, Your Honor, by saying that the data that we are using as our operational data is the 1.8 million, Your Honor. The 4 million that the President said is, according to him, is DDB data na noon ay 1.8 nung anong year yun mo?
2013.
2010 data, Your Honor, then he said that exponentially it has grown up to around 4 billion. Maybe he asked the advice from some statisticians paano yung exponential growth nito. But for the PNP, we limit ourselves to the 1.8, Your Honor. To make our target easy. Because it's very difficult to target 4 million, Your Honor.
Thank you, General De La Rosa, sir. It's very important kasi when we say na 4 million po, it creates some sort of an emergency or urgency on our part na ganito na pala karami. But we have really to base that on scientific research or survey para hindi naman ho tayo ma-off balance kung ilan ba yung targets natin. Kasi nagsasabi po yung presidente na ang isang addict po ay hindi na human. No? They don't have humanity. May narinig ho tayo, their brain shrinks to the point that they're not capable of acting as a human. So if we paint this kind of description to the 4 million Filipinos, so it parang justified for us to kill them because they're not useless in the society. So, gusto nating malaman yun, especially yung heavy users, kasi sila naman yung kailangan ng rehabilitations. So, kaya ko natanong po yan. So, ang next na tanong ko, Mr. Chair, there are 2,602 killed in the PNP operations related to drugs. Do we have breakdown on these killed whether they are criminals? That means they were filed cases, they were tried, they were convicted, or they were suspects. Case were filed against them, or cases were pending against them. Itong 2,602.
Yes, Mr. Chair. We still are actually looking into it because at 2,600 there are a lot of search warrants also done. We have a search warrants implemented. We have buy-bust operations on high-value targets that we did. So we will be looking on there's still a process on their personality so that we would be able to know if they really have warrants of arrest, sir. We will do that, sir.
Thank you, sir. I think
before the Honorable Alejano would continue, the Chair would acknowledge the presence of the Honorable Edgar Mary Sarmiento of the 1st District, Samar, and the Honorable Gas Tambunting of the 2nd District, Parañaque City. Gary.
Thank you, sir. I think it's important, sir, because para maiwasan ho natin na sinasabing wala namang kaso ito, hindi naman ito suspect na mamatay ho sila. So that we can show to the people that indeed they were criminals, indeed they were filed cases against them, so that maliwanag po sa atin. Now in relation to that, sinasabi ko kasing nanlaban ang itong mga suspects na ito o criminals na tinatawag natin. Of course, you rendered spot reports on these operations. Tama po ba, sir? So, can we request for those spot reports? Yes, sir. I think it was also requested at the Senate. So, can we request also here in the committee?
Yes, sir.
And in those 2,600 killed, meron hong weapons so silang ginamit. Kasi nanglaban ho nga sila eh. So definitely meron silang dangerous weapon na gagamitin o ginagamit in order to threaten the police officers. So meron ho ba tayong inventory, sir, ng mga baril nila na ginamit? Gusto ko malaman ho kung they were properly labeled at kung they were deposited in a certain place, and given the chance, can the members of Congress inspect them?
Your Honor, if you want to inspect lahat ng mga recoveries yan, lahat po ito ay properly documented, properly labeled, but they are not centralized, Your Honor, centrally stored, Your Honor, because by region po yung mga SOCO teams natin, Your Honor, nandun sa mga regions. But rest assured, Your Honor, lahat ito ay recorded, documented, and properly kept yung ating mga evidences, Your Honor. Nandun yan lahat. And it is covered with the SOCO report, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Chairman, one more question. I understand we only have 3 questions. One more question. I just would like to get a categorical answer from the Philippine National Police, sir, on 2 issues. One, especially on the issue of death under investigation or AGK na tinatawag ko natin. Gusto ko lang makuha yung categorical answer nyo po that the PNP is not in a way involved in those killings. And then secondly, wala ho in any way miyembro po ng PNP or ang kanilang asset binayaran sa kada tumba ng drug addict. We want to get a categorical answer from you, sir, so that it will be put in the record.
For the first question, Your Honor, wala po. Second question, Your Honor, sinasabi mo na may binabayaran ba yung PNP na tao niya or asset ng PNP na binabayaran para magtumba ng kalaban. As far as my leadership is concerned, Your Honor, wala po.
Ang sagot po, hindi po involved ang PNP po.
Kung may involved ba na PNP, Your Honor, it is not sanctioned by the command, Your Honor. Kasi alam po natin, inaamin mo natin na mayroong mga eskalawag na pulis na gumagawa ng ganun. Mayroong mga pulis na, in fact, may nahuli tayo, di ba, na pulis na gumagawa ng ganung krimen. But if you would like to get the response from the command of the PNP, Your Honor, hindi po namin sanction yung ginagawa na gano'n. Wala po kaming instructions na gumawa ng gano'n, Your Honor.
Mr. Chair, General De La Rosa, sir, dito po sa death under investigation, I think it's more than 4,000 already. Na meron ba tayong case build up dito sa mga death under investigation? May nakasuhan na ba tayo? May nahuli ho tayo? Kasi marami ho ito eh.
Your Honor, it's just very unfortunate that my Director for Investigation and Detective Management, Police Director Marquez, is not around, Your Honor. He has the data, Your Honor, and meron na po tayong mga breakthroughs. Ito, you know, we have a quick look data for these cases. The total number of murder cases is yung term mo, Your Honor, na EJK or DUI is 5,844. Total number of victims is 6,137. That kasama na naman ito? Kasama yung police operation? Hindi kasama. Total number of murder cases under investigation is 4,435. But the total number of murder cases filed in court is meron tayong 1,409, Your Honor. Out of this 4,435 na tiniterm natin dati na DUI, meron na pong 1,409 na nakapile sa korte. Cases filed with accused arrested. Yung arestado, Your Honor, is 830. Ito yung referring to DUI, Your Honor. And cases filed with accused at large is 579. But nakapile pa rin yung kaso dahil identified yung suspect, Your Honor.
So may mga breakthrough na po tayo dito, Your Honor. Hindi po natin ito pinabayaan, ongoing yung, kaya tinanong natin na DUI, death under investigation. Tuloy-tuloy pa po, Your Honor, yung investigation ng ibang cases.